Hey guys, it's Haley, and today I want to do a Valentine's Day look for you. I always think of red lips on Valentine's Day. It's very iconic, so I wanted to pair it with a little bit more of a neutral, nude type eye. So stay tuned if you guys want to see how I got this, and thank you so much for watching. So we're starting out by putting an eyeshadow base on. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Now I'm going to apply a base from my crease to my eyebrow using the color Vanilla Nuts, which is just a very light, pale, yellowish color. And then I'll be taking Fresco and putting that into my crease. Both of these colors are from the Laurent Mercier Artist Palette. I don't know why it's such a mouthful to say, but it's a really, really nice palette. I love it for bridal makeup, for really anything nice and soft. It blends really, really well, and so I'm just going to blend this right into my crease. It's kind of like the transition color for what we're going for, super soft. And then I'll be taking this color from Buxom. It's called Spoiled Sexy, and I'm going to be making that into my crease a little bit darker with a little bit more of a tapered crease brush. This is just going to enhance the crease, make it a little bit more defined there. Now I just kind of go back and forth with a clean blending brush and then a brush with a little bit of that first transition color on it to make it blend super nice. And now I'm going to take Truffle and put that just on the outer corner of my eye, and I tapped off the excess just to make sure there wasn't too much, because you can always add more, but it's a lot easier to add more than it is to take away. And then to make sure it's nice and primed for my pigment, I'm going to put a little bit more of that Too Faced Shadow Insurance just on the lid. Then I'll be using the color Naked from MAC. It's one of the only pigments I have. I don't know why I don't have a lot of pigments, but I feel like I need to branch out. So I'm just going to press this on and make it nice and nude. It's not really like a pigment if it's nice and nude, but I like nude colors, so that's what I'm going for. Now just to make sure it's nice and smooth, I'm just going to use a clean blending brush again to blend all the areas together and make sure it's not any liney or any weird areas at all. And then I'm just going to take a Q-tip with some makeup remover on it and just clean up the edge, and then use a blending brush to kind of soften those edges so it's not too sharp at the end. And then for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. I don't know why I haven't used it in such a long time, but I just create the wing with that. It's just super, super fine. It's really easy to control compared to some other eyeliners. It's a really good go-to favorite. And wings are different for every eye shape. For mine, I like to take mine a little bit from the bottom in order to get that lifted look. Now I'll be taking the Nars Larger Than Life eyeliner. I'm just going to wiggle that into the roots of my lashes. My lashes are very blonde, so I want to make sure that it gets nice and dark by where the eyeliner meets my eyelashes. It just intensifies the darkness, and then I'm going to add a ton of mascara on top. Then I'll be taking the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and spray that all over, which I'm almost out of. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Longwear Foundation Stick. I'm not really sure if that's exactly how you say it, but it's that new foundation stick from Lancome, and I am 110 Ivory C. It is the lightest color. It's pretty similar to the Ultra HD stick from Makeup Forever, but it has more of like a powdery finish. It's not super greasy like that one, so I'm not really sure which one I like better, but I'm just going to try them both out for now. And I just press this in using my beauty blender, which is the best way. Now I have a couple little sample jars of my corrector and my concealer for my under eyes. The corrector is the YSL Touche Eclat Neutralizer, and the color is Bisque. And with a corrector, you really only want to correct the areas where it is that blue color. This orange cancels out blue, so you only want to press on the blue areas, not on your skin. And then I'm going to go in with the concealer from Makeup Forever. It's the new Ultra HD Concealer, and the color is Y21. It's super, super light, which I'm very happy about because most concealers aren't made quite light enough for my complexion. So this is really a good one, and it's not like a matte finish. It's not super dewy or hydrating either. It's just kind of a natural finish. So I'm just putting this in the usual areas that I tend to do. And instead of setting it all with powder, since it already kind of dries to a good finish, I'm just going to put a little bit of Secret Brightening Powder like right where I would tend to crease. Just a little bit right under the eyes. Now I'm going to contour just a little bit using the Le Duo stick from Lancome as well, and I'm just going to put this right underneath my cheekbones. I'm not going to do a crazy amount, nowhere else except right under the cheeks. And I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs The Shape Contour and Blush Brush number 15. I really love this brush. I feel like it's worked better than any other brush I've used for kind of blending out a contour. It makes it look super natural and nice, but of course I always like to use my beauty blender too to make sure. And then I'm going to set everything with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. It just brings a really, really good light to your face, and it's not matte. It's not dewy either though. It just makes you look nice and soft. Now for the only bronzer I really like to use on myself, this one is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion 15i. It has a really nice like glow to it. It's not matte at all. So I'm going to be putting this on my forehead, on my jawline, underneath my cheekbones, and then I just wanted to point out that I do have these like little dark patches right underneath my cheekbones, so it's kind of frustrating. I could never get like a super intense contour because those dark patches always show up and make me look patchy for some reason. And now I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, and this gray color is just really good for creating a really nice natural shadow on fair skin. You want to use something more gray based than orangey based if you want to get like a nice contour. So I'm just going to be doing this right underneath my cheeks and a little bit on the forehead and underneath my jaw. Now for my favorite highlighter ever, it's going to be Pearl from Becca. It's their Shimmering Skin Perfector in a compact, and I'm going to be putting this all over using a Makeup Forever fan brush. I like to put it on the top of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and I use my fingertip to do it on my cupid's bow and above my lip for that really intense highlight there. Now for blush, I'm going to be using Clinique Cheek Pop and Nude Pop, and I swear sometimes I wear colored blush, but I just love nude, especially if I'm going to be going with a red lip. I might as well keep it nude everywhere else. And then I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation, and this is the lightest color that she makes. And with my Beauty Blender, I'm just going to kind of cut underneath my contour so it makes it a little bit more defined and kind of cleans it up nice there. And then blend it out so it's not super harsh. And then I'll be using the Urban Decay Chill All Nighter Setting Spray. And I'm almost out of this too, so that's why it came out kind of clumpy at first. So I'm going to be stocking up on my setting sprays real soon. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to be using a pencil brush and using the color Fresco all along the lash line on the bottom. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that dark truffle color and focus it just on the outer corners of the eyes. And then with a synthetic brush, I'm just going to pack that naked pigment on the inner corner to highlight. For the waterline, I'm going to be using a brown and a white eyeliner. I'm going to be putting the white on the inner half of my eye and the brown on the outer half, and then using a really small brush to blend them together so it makes that really wide-eyed effect. I just love doing this lately. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of bottom lash mascara from Clinique to finish off the eyes. You can't really do eyeshadow on bottom without mascara, otherwise it looks a little funny. Now for lips, you can use either a red lip liner or a colorless lip liner. I'm using the Ultimate Ozone pencil from Urban Decay just to create a barrier between my lips and my skin so it doesn't soak into my skin at all. And the liquid lipstick color that I'll be using today is Always Red from Sephora collection. It's just the perfect kind of like flight attendant red, the like most classic red that everyone kind of goes for. It's very flattering on all skin types. So I love the way this turned out. It's super Valentine's Day in my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like it if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you want to see it next week, and I will see you guys in my next video.